Donald Trump just made $1.3 billion on his own crypto in violation of the Constitution while he's in office. And y'all are upset about one person getting twice the Social Security benefits to total like $1,200 in Georgia. Like, nobody gives a shit about the billion. What about Musk? Right. How much does Musk pay in corporate taxes?
But let's talk about
what Carnival Cruise Lines pays in corporate taxes. I'm sorry, they don't pay. They get money back. Exxon, Chevron,
billions.
You're going to be really upset.
Yeah. So when you're mad that some mother of a single mother with a kid, for some reason, filled out a form and claimed one extra person and got $300 extra a month, I get it. Listen, none of that should be legal. However, when you're complaining that people are, quote, getting free shit, and Elon Musk got $38 billion in all his businesses from the government. You guys don't know this. He keeps saying he's a genius.
The handouts.
He got $38 billion over through all the businesses. And he's got government contracts up the yin yang. So Exxon, and guess who's not getting a lot of subsidies, except in China. Solar companies, wind companies. China just opened up this solar plant, and that actually, you want to hear how many people it serves? Solar plant. 170,000 homes are now powered because of it. We're getting our ass kicked.
You know, it's like what we were saying is that if people commit a crime, we're not saying that they shouldn't go through the legal process and possibly pay fines or restitution or go to jail or whatever. We're for that. I just hate the false equivalency. And I do believe in helping people that need it. And if you're a Christian, you should too. And, you know,
but it's going to make your life
guy on the mat whose 4 buddies, you know, were late to the Jesus rally in Capernaum and had to dig a hole through the ceiling of the building and lower him down
to get healed.
I'm sure they were late because he's fucking heavy. It's a dude on a mat and they gotta walk. They don't have cars. I love that you just lay. They didn't have shoes either. It was like,
we can say this: Trump's never healed anybody.
It's the Middle East. It was hot. They're sweat. I mean, okay, so they're late to the Jesus rally. They commit.
What book is this? What book is it? Do you know what this is?
It's actually mentioned, I think, in Mark and Ephesians.
Okay, Mark and Ephesians. Okay.
But
they cheated the system.
They committed Medicare fraud.
by dropping a guy through the roof so Jesus could heal him.
Yes.
And what did Jesus do? He was
because people got there, you know, like the Cure, they waited overnight in line to get in, and they got in and got in the mosh pit and then, you know, in the regular seats. And these guys dug through the ceiling and dropped them in. And Jesus was astounded by the faith of his friends who did that. And, but then kind of threw a little shade when he told him to pick up his mat and go home. Yeah. Made him carry his mat out.
Yeah, by the clean shit.
And you know, his legs were probably atrophied at
You're
that point.
You're healed, walk, take your mat.
Get out of the mosh pit. I'm doing a show.
But that's my favorite Jesus. Pragmatic Jesus. I love pragmatic Jesus.
But that's, so if you're a Christian, then the thing about the Republican Party to me that makes me absolutely insane as someone who was raised by a real life Christian, in action and deed and love.
Constant.
And that my mom was raised by my grandma Jean, who at 89 with cancer was still delivering Meals on Wheels to the old people
who were 10 years younger than she was.
Let's motor. And I'd get in her car and she'd floor it from house to house. And I mean, that's what I was taught true Christianity and faith were. And this is, it is beyond the pale what I see, and nothing you guys say aligns.
That makes
nothing.
Any sense. No.
Yes, we believe in handouts for the poor, the needy, the sick. Yes, we absolutely do. And if people commit crimes, we
go to jail.
We go Old Testament. I mean,
yeah, and whoever it is, no matter how much money you fucking have. You know,
exactly. So Rick Scott, you asked me to look it up. CEO and founder of Columbia HCA, which was the center of the absolute, in all history, largest healthcare fraud case in the United States history. Scott never personally charged with a crime. Interesting. The company itself, companies are people, pleaded guilty to 14 felonies and agreed to pay a record $1.7 billion in federal fines and penalties for systematically defrauding Medicare and Medicaid.
How much did they make, though? How much was the defraud?
Let's find out. The settlement was $1.7 billion. He resigned in 1997. I do. Despite this sweeping scandal under his watch, Rick Scott walked away with a massive severance package. He retained $300 million plus in stocks and took additional millions in cash.
So
he also invoked his Fifth Amendment right when he was deposed.
So the fine was in the billion. The fine. That's not what they stole.
Correct.
The fine.
He then ran for governor of Florida in 2010 because why not? And got elected, served 2 terms, and then got elected to the Senate in 2018.
Tall white man. That's why.
Largest healthcare fraud in U.S. history.
Right.
I'm trying to find
So why don't we? So what are we doing? So what are we doing? Claiming, quote unquote, welfare. Reagan called them that, welfare queens. That were making an extra, they signed something, made an extra $200 for the month. And yet Rick Scott, not only did he steal from our government insanely, he then ran for governor? What the fuck? If you can't see that this system is so broken that it needs to be torn down and rebuilt, then you're blind.
Okay. So the $1.7 billion fine was not arbitrary. It was calculated by the DOJ to claw back the money that the company unlawfully took, plus civil penalties and damage. So they, $356 million explicitly stolen via cost report fraud, $225 million used for illegal doctor kickbacks, more than $100 million in non-allowable corporate reorganization costs that they hid inside the Medicare bills.
So this is Rick Scott's company doing it that he was head of.
So that restitution was
the total
to pay back, but
he walked with
$300 million in stock plus millions in cash. And to show how intentional the overbilling was, because he said it was oopsie, the federal investigators found that Columbia HCA kept 2 different sets of accounting books. He was the CEO. The company created a secret internal reserve account that actually grew to $1 billion. They specifically put this money aside to pay back the government in case federal auditors
got busted
their inflated Medicare charges.
So they made all their profits on the way and had so much money, they put the fine aside.
When the government and Medicare failed after several years to notice it, what the prosecutors from the DOJ showed, how they knew it was intentional, they quietly folded the $1 billion slush fund back into corporate profits to pay themselves at the end of the year.
So they all walk with it. So all the money got. So he walked with $300 million plus cash. I hope he learned his lesson. I hope that he knows to not do that again.
Susan Collins is very concerned. Susan Collins needs to tighten those elbow flaps. This episode brought to you by Fitbod. I don't know what her elbow flaps look like, to be honest.
They're horrible. I'm concerned. I've seen her elbow flaps, and I am concerned for Susan Collins.
I'm concerned about my under eye flaps. Fitbod is such a part of
my life.
Yeah, our home, because it has changed his health and energy and motivation and guns so much.
Abs.
When I met him, he had little noodles. He was so cute, though. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. He would wear his little short sleeve button up car shirts, you guys know from the TV show. And I just remember he had the pointiest bowling shirts. He had the pointiest little elbows that would stick out. I just thought you were so cute.
Yeah, you married Olive Oil at that point.
Now I got Popeye.
Yeah,
thanks, Fitbod.
Yeah, thanks, Fitbod.
It's an app. It uses AI. It's developed and fine-tuned by personal trainers, people who are actually trained. and educated in putting these workouts together. No, none of us, if we all sat here together at the same time, would get the same workout.
Nope.
It's specifically geared towards what you say you want, your goals, what you say you have equipment wise. And it really is interesting. It helps you hit every muscle group by the end of the week.
Yep.
And then it'll tell you what percentage of each body muscle group you hit. And then because you've been doing it so long, it uses AI to build on each week. It builds on your progress. So now he had to do 60 burpees yesterday.
I had to do 3 sets of 20 burpees yesterday, and I came home and I go, "Hon, is 60 burpees a lot?" And she goes, "Yes." I'm like, "Well, what am I getting to?" So just so you know, at the beginning of FitBod, which I started 2.5 years ago, in November will be 3. I want you guys to know something. We've been, so for like, I don't know what the price is now, $69, $79, whatever it is. It's less than one training session with a trainer for the year. Here's what it did for me. My body fat composition is down by about 8%. I am 190 now. I was, when I started FitBod, I was 195. Doesn't sound like I lost a lot of weight.
Muscle.
However, my muscle, I mean, I have abs and lines that I didn't have before, right?
Yes.
And
abs and lines, I believe is the technical term.
Abs and lines. I got what's that line? I got triceps. And I feel healthier. And
you're more energetic. You're more motivated.
Yes, way more motivated. But let's take this. So the one thing that why people get hurt when they get older is because they fall down and they break a hip. Why would they break a hip? Well, because you'd stopped working out and there's no more muscle to protect those bones. FitBod, what it does is whether you're 20 or whether you're 80, you start working out with FitBod, what's going to happen is you're going to build that tissue around your bones, which is padding. And I can actually back this up. I fell down the stairs. Well, I fell down. I did that stupid thing where I was on the phone with Zach and I thought I was at the bottom step and I stepped off onto the floor and I was still a step up.
I did that once when I was on Molly. I was halfway down a ladder and I thought I was at the bottom and I was 6 rungs up. Yeah, I broke my ankle, but I was on Molly. I didn't know it.
See, I wasn't on Molly. I was on distracted. I was just distracted talking to Zach and we were cracking jokes. And I went off the bottom step and I had my computer and on my phone and everything went and I hit the ground hard. And in the past, I would have been worried about that. I've been like, oh shit, I'm gonna. And I did get up thinking, where am I hurt? Where am I hurt? Because I know I'm hurt. Yeah. I wasn't hurt at all. I woke up the next day not even sore because I had built enough muscle around my bones. And guys, here's the thing. Everything about your health is going to depend on how much muscle you keep.
So it's muscle and also lubricating your joints, and moving,
pumping that blood through your arteries,
stretching, your respiratory system. Like he came upstairs 3 or 4 days ago and you were done with your workout. You were in the shower. You're also like a little bit dramatic and you were like, and I was like, what did you do? It was a weight workout, but
it knows every time. Sometimes I'll look at it and I'll go, oh, that's easy. And I'll look at my list of stuff because it gives you a list of exercises you're going to do that day. And then I get to that exercise and FitBod has figured out how to hurt.
Yeah. But I want to be very clear. If you're new, it's not giving you 60 burpees.
Nope.
He did not start.
I started at 6.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I started 6 burpees in a set.
With no time limit.
Right. No.
But it's because he's kept up with it and he's entering what he's doing. It knows what he's capable of. And that's what I love about it is that it believes in you more than you believe in you.
It does, to the point where there was something yesterday. It gave me 39 of something.
Oh, 39, you did lunges.
39 leg lifts it gave me the other day. And I was like, I'm doing 30. Fuck you, FitBod. And it was still a lot.
And they give you videos.
Yep.
If you don't know what you're doing, they give you videos. Regardless of those videos, he still calls things whatever he wants to call them. He calls
thrusters,
hip glute bridges thrusters, I guess, because you're thrusting. So that's always fun to hear. He's like my mom in that way. It's very funny. So this summer, it's a great time to start. You can start at home. You can start with no equipment and build up maybe to go to the gym.
Bodywork exercises, by the way, the bodywork workouts will kick your ass. It's amazing.
Yeah. So push your progress, use and see what you're really capable of. Join FitBod today. You'll get 25% off of your subscription. Or if you don't believe us, try the app totally free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus. That's FITBOD.me/Titus.
I can just tell you that it is, I've lengthened my life
Yes.
because of it.